This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Washington Redskins. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready. 47. Mike's 47. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check three. West.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. Catch is made. It's Harmon. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Let's go.
13 yards on the game's opening play.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch QB drop. Switch.
Play action. Haskins. Got an open man. It's Harmon. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 31-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. This is Geis. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Mike 42. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins, a quick hitter complete. It's Harmon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Kill.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Cameron Jordan in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. And Hopkins' kick is no good. It's wide to the left. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, You and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
So the missed field goal, and now they're in great shape. They'll start at the 38.
56 to Mike, boys.
Throwing on first down. Love. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Second and 1. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
From the gun, Love. And this one complete to Smith. A gain of 6 there on first. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
So after the run by Kamara, now another first and 10.
Bullet high. Check 90. Bravo. 99.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Exit.
Operating from the gun. Love on the check down. He finds Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
64. Wait. 42's the mic. 42's the mic. Nice.
On second down now. It's Harris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Here's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Matchbox, light. Check four. Zoom, fellas, let's go. Ready, go.
On first and 10, Love. And Austin Safarian-Jenkins has it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Two touch. Charlie. Alert. Three down. 90 is the mic. Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming after you. Ready.
Off the play fake. Love. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Galvin away and bring up second down.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Check 26. Check on the
inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. This may be one of the best stretches of defensive football that I've seen. I don't know about you. 5 sacks last week, now 3 here in this affair.
I would agree with that, and I've enjoyed watching the skill that's gone into it. You can see the intelligence behind it as well. He's watched tape, and he's setting people up, but relentless. That's the one word that keeps coming to mind.
Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Throwing to start the drive. Love. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Down. 70 Indy. Right there in the middle. 55. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, Kamara. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Pilot 64 weak. Go. Go. Chef. Go.
Looking to throw. Love. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the completion. It's second and goal. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, second and goal.
Chopper.
Second and 3. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Let's think here. You're still just in the second quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show them you have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know, nice drive. Come back next time. We'll go get 6 then, but for now, we'll take the 3.
And Lutz's kick is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This is fielded at the goal line. Able to power through. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
The Redskins on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Haskins on third down. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
Yeah. You don't want none. Out. Shift. Watch the shift. Check 3.
Now a run with Geis. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now it's Haskins. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit And in this case, lose the football.
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it. But I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
10 yards, good for a Saints first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. 60, orange.
Double dog, that's the way. 56 to Mike, boys, 56. Check, 56.
Greystone travel, Greystone travel. Ready.
On first down, Love airing it out deep for Smith. It's caught at the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Traquan Smith, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Lutz good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's...
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. The 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. They're in the second quarter at Heinz Field. That is now a 2-touchdown game with the Steelers in the driver's seat. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along.
Go. Set, hard, 18 Gator. Here we go.
Kamara try the right side.
Run. Get it.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
A gain of 15. First down, Saints.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
You think you gonna get this? Joker.
Let's go.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Come on, fellas.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 10 Lobo.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I
Go.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara.
go, go, run.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
80 weapon, 80 weapon.
Under 10.
Hot.
On the ground, Kamara.
Outside coming.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Okay, break.
6, Mike, 56. Time to go, night. Watch twist.
Yep.
Motion.
Rock.
Motion. Hey, check motion, man. Put your hands on him.
Let's go.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
53, Mike, 53. They got it.
Kamara.
36. Run!
And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at about the Redskins 33.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Get ready.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Line of scrimmage to 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's got some space here. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Set, ready, 30 base. Blue draw corkers.
Off-play action. Lawrence slings this deep for McLaurin. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
On the
So
set.
they'll come up
X3.
after the
218,
incompletion
top.
for second down.
Watch tight end. Even.
Hit it.
Even.
From the gun, Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Ready.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Ready.
47 Mike.
Hey, Sam off.
All day, punk. Wide.
Get it.
Throwing on first down, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. On second down, this is Harris. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Let's go
And
now.
for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field.
5.
From the gun, Lawrence. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call.
Here we go.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
Ready to break.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Down. 10-2 sauce.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
On first and 10, Lawrence. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harmon. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Here's Geis.
He's checking credit.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Back now at FedEx Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Defense, let's go. Hatchet.
Hit it.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. A big seam, and he might go all the way. 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Nice job, bro. Keep doing it. Touchdown,
And remember,
baby.
this is
I
the
see
number
you over
1
there.
defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
It's now second and 6.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
That's it.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And the ball comes out. Love lost it, and the Redskins scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Eli Apple, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Running with Kamara. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Come on, switch it.
From the gun on 3rd down. Love. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Here we go. Here we go. 10 Tucson.
Bring it. Bring it. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Let's go.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. As his guys continue to pour it on. Lutz with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
obviously this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now throwing on first down and completing it. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Geis. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Come on, boy. 6'6", bullet.
On 4th down, Lawrence.
No.
Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Watch the safety creep.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
Ready up.
53. Mike.
Here we go.
Set,
The
go.
Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Set,
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense is they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.